everybody? Russian Batman back with another video, and you can see a little bit of a different setting. That's because I am showing off again my modified Razor Crest. I am showing this off for the second time because I've modified. I think I might have another video on here where I modified this guy, but I did it again. And the major thing you notice off the bat, this isn't light gray. This is mostly silver, all silver. So that's the main thing I did is mostly just a paint job over it. But there are a few other modifications, and I will be showing off the other modifications I had, before painting it that I showed off in the other video as well, just in case you haven't seen that one or whatever. And also, but before I show off the main piece of resistance, I did make some minifigures to go alongside it. So first of all, I did paint up a quick little Grogu. So nothing special here. This is just kind of a repainted Grogu. I wanted to experiment with his color scheme, so I made him a little bit more vibrant looking, a little bit more of a vibrant green. And yeah, so here's him compared to my other custom Grogu, which I think is quite better. But I wanted to just try something different, make him kind of pop out a little bit more. So yeah, at least with the color department. Because this guy is really just meant to kind of be sitting in the Razor Crest. He's really not meant to be displayed. And yeah, then of course we have Mando as well. And this is also to kind of, coincide with the release of the UCS Razor Crest. But yeah, which looks good, but I am definitely not spending $500. But hold up, there's like noises coming outside the window. Alright, make sure the cryptids don't get in. Alright, cool. So here we have my season 1 kind of pre-Beskar Mando. This is the version I made a while back, and I just kind of repainted him. So you can see here, first of all, his helmet is a little bit different. It's indented, and he has a little bit of painting on it to kind of give that stripe, similar to how the new Mando has that printing. Although I opted with the light silver instead of the dark silver. I don't know why LEGO ever went with the dark silver. I think even in the new UCS one, it's still dark silver with just printing over that. I don't get that because Mando never changes his helmet. So I don't know why they ever changed the design from the, post kind of Beskar and pre-Beskar armor. However, you can see here on the side, I kind of give it fake dual molding, so it looks like he has those little wrist things on his wrist, I guess. And you can see here there's that fake printing for that little shoulder pad, and then the red one with the little bit of with some of the paint. Well, it makes it supposed to look like some of the paint's coming off, and you can see that silver underneath. But yeah, I'm really happy how this figure turned out. Legs, fairly simple. Just gave it boots, and yeah. And then I could also. Yeah, and like the helmet's a bit different than you see here. This is my kind of normal custom Mando with my other Grogu. So now I have kind of a pair of them, season 1 and I guess season 2, I guess you could call this. I did also recently modify where I painted some white highlights on this helmet. So you can see that there, kind of artificial lighting with the helmet. But yeah, I'm really proud of this display. I think I've made videos on this display before. I do kind of want to clean up the side sometime, but yeah, this is another mock I'm pretty proud of. But let's show off the main mock. So first of all, we got to put these figures somewhere. So let's put these figures in the cockpit, which I can show you some of the changes off the bat. First of all silver. This I'm really proud of. This is like the cleanest. Some of the parts of this aren't so clean. I should probably do a once over, but this part's really clean. Where you even have where there was printing here, I went over with silver and then back over it with these gray lines. So it's extremely accurate to how it originally was. And yeah, but just kind of, like I said, going over the little areas where it didn't print and whatnot, and just painting all of that a nice silvery color. So it's a silver instead of, see the original light gray, silver. Light gray, silver. I think it looks a lot better. And as you also notice, this whole kind of thing pops off. If you don't know, in the original set, I think this pops off and this like lifts in a weird way. It was kind of strange. So I don't remember which videos I watched, but I remember I watched some mock videos saying how to modify it. I basically just turn this into one big compartment that you can take off, and it gives you way easier access in here. You don't have that little weapon storage that was back there, but I'm fine without that. It makes it way easier to get in here and actually see what's in there, and also gives you more room to put more seats. So before this could only had 2 seats, now it has 3. However, I modified it so one of the seats fits Grogu and the others. So this can fit in minifigure, this can fit in minifigure. This is only meant for Grogu. So see, you even get a little gray stud right there. That should kind of represent Grogu's little toy. So you could put Grogu in that. There's a singular stud. Hold up. It's a bit tricky to do while recording, but there's a singular stud back there. You put Grogu in there, and boom. So he's sitting in his little chair. So I think that's pretty cool. And he has his little, his little lever thing to mess with. And then you just put Mando in the front. You can see also way more control panels. This, here, all shown off before. You also get a very clear look into the rest of the ship, and then there's some ladder just right in there. But I can show that off when I open the ship. Nothing much is really done in there, mostly in this area. So I can, like I said, I could put his hands up, make him in the sitting position, and seat him in the cockpit. So you can see, and he's got Grogu, like I said, sitting right behind him, and you can fit a third minifigure. I don't know who I would fit in there. Maybe I can get my custom of that one lady. I don't remember. Yeah, what was her name? She was played by Gina Carano. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. But maybe I can put her back there. But you can fit 3 minifigures in here. And you can see here, all you have to do is you just gotta close it up. No problem. You can still kind of see Mando and Grogu a little bit in there. So that's kind of why I wanted to make these figures. So I could have some figures in the actual ship itself when displaying it on the shelf. So, yeah. So first off, just get a quick 360 look of that. Let's get a good turn around. But yeah, I try to go over all of this light gray with a silver. Also, I did repaint these little lines that were stickered on, but I kind of went over the sticker. So you can kind of see a little bit where the sticker was. I didn't bother to take the sticker off. I just kind of painted all over it. But you can see here, I use this. I opt to go with the color that they kind of used in this set, opposed to the one they use in the UCS. So it's a much brighter yellow and kind of cleaner line. So I went with a more muddy kind of a beige-ish color. And you see that kind of go throughout, and I think it looks pretty nice. It looks very similar to how it was in the original set. However, it's just kind of given a color update where the color is a bit more vibrant, just slightly, and also it just kind of connects a bit better, and also looks a bit more messy in some areas, but like on purpose because this paint is supposed to look messy. I don't really know what these lines represent, but they are there. Also, another thing I did, I removed the stud shooter function. So I did remove a lot of the play features. So just to kind of look better on display. Hold on, my camera is being weird. Okay, yeah, just to look better on display. So where that stud shooter used to be, just a little cheese slope, and where this stud thing used to be, it's no longer there. So I can't push down and do. Also, another major thing I modified was on the top. This is probably the biggest actually brick built modified thing. It's the what's it called? The escape pod. It's gone. I kind of emulated that a little bit with this little circle right here and these lines to kind of, hint that there is something here, but you can't actually. This is not something that's removable. And yeah, it was a cool feature. I really didn't like how it looked. It was just kind of too obvious that it was something you could take out, and there's some gaps in there. So I wanted to clean that up, make it look nice and clean. And it's like one thing, and it still kind of has the indication that there is something there without there having to be some big gaps in there. So I'm really happy how that little simple build turned out. Also, as you may notice, I did this, showed this off in the last time I modified it, and this is a major thing, is these pieces, instead of the several different studs they used. I like this way better. I've seen tons of people use this mock. I don't know why Lego themselves didn't use these pieces, considering the fact that they existed when this set came out. It just kind of baffles me. It seems like a weird thing to not use these pieces, considering it's a very simple modification. It's just, I just ordered these pieces off Bricklink, put that in, put that little inner ring, put this little thing in there, and boom. That, to me, looks like an amazing little Razor Crest, what's it called, modification, and it looks great, personally. Then, also, but the one that was on here in the first place didn't go to waste because I simply just put that on the back because the back of the engine looks more like that. So you can see here, yeah, so I used it for the back of the engine, the back thrusters, and I think it looks really, really good. See how that looks here. And I think it looks more accurate than, they used, I think, a weird kind of barrel piece, which looked good, but again, the back should really be like this multiple piece thing because like it would, it would kind of expand in the show and open, and this kind of looks like that. Originally, this was light gray. However, instead of painting it silver, I decided to go with a dark gray because I think this back part, just to be more accurate, is supposed to be darker than the rest of this big engine thruster piece. So I painted it dark gray, although the pieces were originally light gray. I didn't want to find those pieces in dark gray. I don't have them, so I just painted over. And that's what I did for a lot of this. That's a great thing, part of being a customizer. You don't really have to worry about colors of parts because you can just paint it over. It's kind of great. Although, some may say non-purist, but yeah. And like I said, you could open the engine to kind of give it a different look if you want. A little bit. So you see, like, maybe it's not like ready. Maybe this is like major thrust and this is like, minor thrust. It allows more, I don't know, engine-y stuff to come out of it. I don't know engines. And this isn't an engine, this is a thruster. So I'm already messing up. But yeah, that's the major modifications. Down here, we get a better look at the side. Like I said, all print, even the studded pieces are printed silver. Get a good look inside. Like I said, nothing much modified, but there are a few things. I originally did have some string pieces on here, but those didn't really look good, so I took those off. So close that up. This still has the lasers, despite the fact that it no longer has the stud shooters inside the actual thing, or the missile launcher, whatever you want to call it. You see here, right? You still have the space for the actual carbonite itself, which is pretty cool. Didn't change anything about that because I liked how that looked. I did think about modifying the actual like Han Solo carbonite and putting in here, but I decided not to. Also, another major modification, which I showed off before, is his weapon rack. So it's connected to this door, and I've seen people do this before. But yeah, so this is a little weapon rack. So when this is closed in the interior, he could have this little mini weapon rack. Obviously not as detailed as a UCS one or the UCS one, but yeah. So you can see here, and I'll try to give you a good look of how that looks on the inside. So I'll open up some of these panels so you can get a good look at that. So let's see. It's hard to. Oh, I need to open this up. So yeah. Shoot. So you can see there, in there, you got the ladder. This ladder here. This ladder leads up to the main cockpit. And you see there is the weapon rack. So you can go grab his weapons and skedat. So unfortunately, but like I said, unfortunately, it doesn't really make it. So like if you open this door, want to make it look like they're leaving from this side. Well, they can't really because then they're just kind of stepping on weapons. But I think it works. It gives a cool little interior detail. And you can still open the back, so they exit through the back. And they can still exit through this side. I don't even remember if in the show this was an actual exit. I'm pretty sure it is. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember an episode of it. Oh, shoot, this is broken. This little clip is broken. I need to fix that. Well, that's going to be a harder modification. Well, luckily it doesn't change the aesthetics. It just, makes it a little bit looser when closing. But yeah, then also added this piece because I felt like it was left over from this escape pod build up there. But yeah, that is basically it for the video. If you like this modified Razor Crest, leave a like. Subscribe to other stuff. I make custom minifigures, so if you want to see more of that, go check out some more content. Yeah, I remember. I think I live built this Razor Crest. I think it was on my birthday. I think it was last birthday. No, the birthday before that. Last live stream I did, or last big one I did, was building the Bowser, the Mighty Bowser, and that took 8 hours. That was a long build, but this one only took 4, so half the time is the Bowser. So, yeah, well, this is relative because it was like the original set, and then I've changed it several times since, and I'll probably change it, modify it in the future, just kind of make it look good. I do like the UCS for Razor Crest, but I don't know, it's a bit too big, bit too kind of unnecessarily big. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and go watch the 2011 film Rango. All right, see ya. Ciao. Bye-bye. Goodbye.